Breaking news here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. A familiar name makes his return to KC as the Chiefs have signed veteran safety Mike Edwards to a one-year deal. Welcome into the show. Tyler Jones here with you. Let's go ahead and get right to it. The breaking news coming in within the past hour from Todd Pelissero of the NFL Network, who said the following: reunion. Veteran safety Mike Edwards is signing with the Chiefs on a one-year deal per source. Back with the team he won a Super Bowl with 2 years ago. And I got to tell you, I like this signing for Kansas City. We haven't seen any financial terms just yet, but I can't imagine that they've had to pay too much to bring Mike Edwards back. You're signing a player that has already played at a high level within this scheme. He should be ready to jump right in and make an instant impact right away to this Kansas City Chiefs defense. And he won a Super Bowl not just with Kansas City, but he also won one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. Two-time Super Bowl champion, 83 career games played with 30 starts. After he left Kansas City, he split his time between the Titans and the Bills and Bucs, and he's been kind of everywhere. But great to have Mike Edwards back in Kansas City. And I would call this a sneaky good signing for the Chiefs here. You're not expecting Mike Edwards to be a starter for this team. He is going to be a backup, but he is a very serviceable backup and a guy that can give you some flexibility, some different options here. If you decide that you want to play three safeties, or if you're in position where there's an injury and need Mike Edwards to slide into a starting role, he's more than capable of getting the job done. To me, this signing makes a ton of sense if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, and I like it from Brett Veach. He's continuing to find these diamonds in the rut, and Mike Edwards, another one of these, and also another example for the Kansas City Chiefs of how they've been successful over the years in bringing back players that they're familiar with, that they know and love. We've heard Andy Reid say in the past that the door is always open for players to make a return. And we've seen even players that left on bad terms still get the opportunity to come back. Mike Edwards didn't leave on bad terms by any stretch of the imagination, but I really like this move for Kansas City. We'll go over some numbers on Mike Edwards and talk about the depth chart where he slides in and break that down for you coming up in just a moment. But first, I want to hear, what is your grading of the signing of Mike Edwards as he returns to KC? I'll give you my grade coming up in just a moment, but want to hear from you guys first. A, B, C, D, or F. It's our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break while the ad's playing. Get your votes in and let us know what you think. A, B, C, D, or F. Chime in the comments section below. My grade is an A on this one. We knew that Kansas City was searching for options ever since the departure of Justin Reid at the safety position. And the consensus was that there would be a promotion for Jaden Hicks, that he would get the opportunity to step up, and he will still get that opportunity. But who were they going to potentially put behind the safety room and add some bodies? And you bring in a guy in Mike Edwards, and I would expect that the Chiefs are probably going to use a draft pick on a safety as well. And all of a sudden, even with losing Justin Reid here, you're not in bad shape in this safety room. And one of the things that I have said on this program in the past is, with the way the salary cap is structured, you can't be great at every single position. That's just not possible with the money that there is, and also with the money that you're spending on key players like Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones and among others. But what you have to do is diversify a bit. You have to pick your spots where you can say, hey, we can settle at this position to be maybe good but not great. And I think that's what Kansas City is doing here at the safety spot, where you get a guy like Mike Edwards to go along with you have already with Cook and Hicks, and that position group looks good but not great. And that's enough to get by where your other positions of strength, like the corner spot, for example, in that defensive back room, can hold their own. So for me, I like this move. It makes a lot of sense for Kansas City to go about that. Folks, No signing is too big or too small. We cover it all here at the Kansas City Chiefs Report, as we've done throughout all of free agency and will continue to do here in this second wave of NFL free agency. Whenever there's a signing, we'll bring you a video here on the channel as we do each and every day on the Chiefs Report with our daily news and rumors. We're doing live shows each and every Tuesday. We have our breaking news, our Q&A mailbags. If you love the Kansas City Chiefs, if you want to say a little thank you to us for staying on top of everything with your Kansas City Chiefs, the best thank you can do is simply by subscribing to the channel for more Chiefs content. Subscribe now for free. Turn on notifications. That way you're the first to know when something happens, and we have new content here on the channel, youtube.com/ChiefsTV, to subscribe now for free. You'll be glad you did. Let's go over the numbers now on Mike Edwards, and you can see he did not play a ton in 2024 in the 8 games that he played with Buffalo and Tampa Bay, with just 12 total tackles, 1 pass breakup. But in 2023, when he was a part of that Chiefs Super Bowl run, he played a pivotal role in the Chiefs defense, as he had 51 total tackles, 2 TFLs, 5 pass breakups, and 1 interception. The year prior to that in Tampa Bay had, I would argue, one of, if not the best seasons of his career. Those 2 seasons that he had in Tampa in 2022 and 2021 were really solid. 2022 had 82 total tackles, 3 TFLs, 3 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. The year prior to that, 46 tackles, 1 TFL, 7 pass breakups, and 3 interceptions. If he could put up similar production to what he did last time here in Kansas City with the stat line we saw in 2023, I think you would be more than pleased. You would take that, and that would be just fine for the Kansas City Chiefs and what they're looking for in these circumstances. What is your one-word reaction to the signing of Mike Edwards? I'll give you my one-word reaction coming up in just a moment, but we want to hear from you guys first. Way in the comments section and let us know what that one word is. My one word is depth. And you think about this, all right? Although we expect the Kansas City Chiefs to address the safety position in the draft, I don't think that is priority number 1 or priority number 2. In all likelihood, the safety spot, when it gets addressed, will either be late in day 2 or sometime in day 3. And when you pick guys that late, there is a learning curve, and they're not necessarily ready to jump in to a crucial role right away. So although Mike Edwards is on just a 1-year contract, I think he plays a pivotal role in this sense that he's that number 3 safety for now until they're ready for that next guy to step up. You take a look at the depth chart. Jaden Hicks, I thought, had a really good rookie campaign. Can't wait to see what he does at the strong safety position. Brian Cook, I think, is solid. I think that he's one of these guys that is very consistent, where he's not great, but he's good, and he's consistently good. And you add Edwards to this equation there. Now you got some guys that Spags can work with, that he knows, that are capable of getting the job done. I like this for the Kansas City Chiefs, and now you feel, I think, a lot better about this safety room going forward from here, even before the draft at this point. Got a great deal we're offering Chiefs fans right now. Polos are on sale now for up to 50% off. All supplies last. Chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos is where you can get yours today. Got the gray, got the stripe, got the solid version as well. We have other polos besides the ones you're seeing on your screen right now. It's all in one place. Chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos to get yours now. We also have other Chiefs merchandise at that same link. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. I think the experience thing is another important factor here in all this. When you're looking for these cheap signings and guys to add some depth pieces, it doesn't hurt to have another voice in that locker room that's been there and done that before. And to me, I think that's going to be great, especially when we talk about a young guy like Jaden Hicks, for example, that's still learning the process. Mike Edwards can be a good mentor to lean upon. And we mentioned that Super Bowl that he was a part of with the Kansas City Chiefs. If you go back to that game, he was huge for the Kansas City Chiefs in that Super Bowl. Had about 7 total tackles and made some key plays. So the moment was never too big for him. And he can show, like, hey, I've done it on this stage before. Let me show you how it can be done. And I think it'd be great for Kansas City. Continuing coverage here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report throughout all of free agency. We got you covered. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe now for free. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.